Hey everyone, Warwick's here. Coming to you from my car this time, as I am currently sitting in the parking lot as I am handling some parental duties for my children, my oldest one in particular. I just wanted to give you my reaction to Shadowlands coming out November 22nd. This is a little unfortunate for me. I'm not a big fan of games releasing on the weeks of holidays, particularly in a major American holiday. Now, for those of you in Europe, Oceania, Far East, doesn't really matter, because you don't celebrate that holiday with us, but it is a big celebration here. That said, I think it's probably for the best in terms of timing for both Raid, Mythic Plus season, PvP season. It's probably the best situation for that to happen here now. That said, it is going to be an interesting time for the game. We'll see how much they're going to be able to get done basically in the next 3.5 weeks in order to be able to get the game out on time. There's still a lot of things that I'm curious to see what they're going to do with. They still have a huge slate of monk changes that they promised but haven't really said anything about, particularly with involving Windwalker monks. So there's still a lot going out there for the class that I'm going to main. That said, we do know that the pre-patch event is starting on November 10th, so 2 weeks before the release. And the interesting thing here is that Mythic Plus and Raid are going to be coming out 2 weeks after the expansion instead of the normal 3 to 4. Overall, I think this is probably going to be an interesting decision for Raiders to have to make the decision on whether or not they are going to gear up as many alts as possible, or are they just going to try to barrel in on one character, considering the time gating on things like Soul Ash for your legendaries and your renown caps for getting as much renown and getting your soul binds unlocked as much as humanly possible. So it'll be interesting to see what the first Raiders are going to do. There are some other sort of outside game benefits that I think are going to happen here for Blizzard. Number one, obviously, with the worldwide launch coming the week of American Thanksgiving, I think that's going to help players in the Americas outside of Thanksgiving Day that are going to see an uptick in players, because you have people that take Black Friday off, so you have 4 and 5 day weekends now instead of the normal 2-day weekends that we get here. The other thing is that with Race to World First and the opening of PvP season and then the opening of MDI, or excuse me, the Mythic Plus season, I think you're going to see a big surge in viewership coming that's going to be sustained beyond just like the first few days of launch. I think that particularly Race to World First, I think, is going to draw a ton of eyes because people have time off and they have things that, and if they're not really doing much, they'll throw on Twitch, or if they're just getting their houses ready for family coming over, whatever the case may be, they can throw on Twitch while they're cleaning and kind of keep an eye on what's going on with things like Race to World First, high mythic key pushers, big time PvPers. You're thinking guys like Sea-Doo, Peekaboo, Waz, those types of guys, you know, high key pushers, JB, Growl, Dorky, Trance, you know, and guys like that that are going to be pushing the highest of keys. And then, of course, Raiders are Raiders. They always draw an audience when it comes to pushing on progression, particularly the Race to World First guys. I expect both all of Limit, Echo pieces, and BDGG, who are going to be kind of the 4 big players in North America and Europe, to get big viewership numbers for their Raiders, particularly Limit and Echo, because they are the 2 guilds that are the front runners for the World First actual kill. So overall, I'm very excited to know that we have a release date. I am not going to be able to take time off work, most likely, because it is Thanksgiving week. It is virtually impossible, as I've been slowly tilting my camera this entire video. But it's impossible, basically, for me to get time off at this point in time, because Thanksgiving week is always a very popular week. Kids are off school that entire week here in the state that I'm in, so we're going to have to, parents and stuff like that are taking time off in order to make sure that they can be there for their kids. Mine are old enough that it's fine, so, or my youngest one is still going to be in daycare 3 days at least, so not going to be the end of the world. So for me, it's not going to be end up going. It'll impact streaming, obviously. I'll be streaming my leveling progress the first 2 nights, Tuesday and Wednesday that week, and then I'll be back to it the following week with 3 nights a week, because Thanksgiving is on a Thursday as always, so we're taking the Thursday off. But my reaction is I'm excited. I'm happy to have a release date. I'm looking forward to seeing what the Shadowlands systems are going to be like in full, since I have not gotten into beta to be able to play around with them, get a preview of them all. This will give me plenty of time to get a little bit of grind in, maybe get 1, potentially 2 characters leveled up before Cyberpunk 2077 releases in December, where I'll be playing that either on my Xbox One or potentially PS5. Kind of thinking about it. But that's just my rapid reaction, guys. This is going to be the end of the video. Just looking for my mask because I got to head back inside. In the meantime, guys, I hope you all stay safe, wear your mask. I got mine right here, and I will see you all on the next video.